I used to teach in universities, in three different continents. I used to teach design. Usually it was interactive design because that was my specialty. That is how I made my biggest careers. Multimedia, interactive, 3D animations, things like that. I really was at the top of my game. I was advanced, I was skillful, I put a lot of effort into studying, learning, finding out what are the trends, what is new, what are the software, what are the concepts, what are the procedures, because these are usually big productions. This is not something, this is not a brochure that you're designing in Photoshop or Illustrator and after 4 hours you are done. No, there is a big production around these works. And these are things that I was really good at and taught in many universities. Again, three continents, I think it was 6 countries all in all, and I never really enjoyed it, but it was a very good way to make a living, especially in the hard times. Because after I stopped working in multimedia full time, after I stopped running companies that had these big projects, when I became a little bit more creative, a little bit more artistic, a little bit more free with my time and how I work and who I work for and what I do, it meant a big blow to my economic status. When you have a company that works with Nestle, HP, Compaq, Ford, clients like that, money is not an object. Money is always there. Sometimes I even had too much money. I spent it on frivolous things, I wasted a lot of it. It was good times. I can't say that I'm complaining. I really enjoyed myself. After that, when I became more of an artist, a poet, a musician, teaching was a good way to supplement my income. Teaching is a good way to supplement your income. I encourage you to use teaching in this way. More than that, teaching also helps you evolve. Because when you teach something, you have to learn it really to the deepest possible way. You have to really understand something if you want to teach it. You can't just, okay, I think this is how it goes, so let's. No, you have to be a kind of an expert in your field if you want to be a good teacher. And being a good teacher is something that is amazing. A good teacher is inspirational. A good teacher builds the future. A good teacher is, good. I personally never saw myself as a teacher. I saw myself as a professional that teaches what I know. What is the difference between the two things? For me, and again, maybe I am wrong, this is a personal view, my personal advice. For me, a teacher is somebody who gave up. Somebody who gave up on doing, on creating, on making something for himself, for the world, for society, and said, okay, I will move to this phase of being a teacher. There is some truth in the famous saying, those who can't do teach, those who can't teach manage. If you met enough managers of schools, deans of universities, etc., you know exactly how true it is. You rise up to your highest level of incompetence, and this is where you reach the top. If you are good, you are promoted. If you are better, you are promoted again. If you are good, you're promoted again. Until the phase where there's no way to be promoted, or you have reached that level where you're not that good, not for this job. I really think that most managers of schools and universities are, well, maybe on the administration part, they are capable, they are competent. But usually that's it. If you become a teacher, if you become somebody who identifies as I am a teacher, you enter this cycle of you're not that good as a creator. If you were a really good designer, you would stay being a really good designer. If you were a really good creative, you would stay at being a really good creative. If you were really good at it, you wouldn't have to struggle. When I was at the top of the game, I didn't struggle. I enjoyed it. I had the status, I had the money, I had clients lined up, I had waiting lists. This is why I never even considered being a full-time teacher. Now, there are people who were born to be teachers. And again, that is amazing. As I said, being a good teacher is a good thing. Being an amazing teacher, well, that is very rare, but that is an amazing thing. The question is, are you a teacher or are you a creative? Do you want to be a teacher or do you want to be a creative? Because the way that I see it, the minute that you put yourself in this box of I am a teacher, as a creative, you lost. As a creative, you gave up. The advice that I'm giving you is always try to teach. Teaching is good. Teaching is also good for you on the spiritual level. You feel you are doing something good. You feel that you are contributing. Sometimes, and on rare occasions, because in a class of 25, you will maybe touch 5, 3, 2. Yeah, 2 is the average. 2 people that will say, this person changed my life. This person helped me evolve. This person was important in my way forward as a student, as a creative, as a designer, as an artist, as a poet. There will be these people on rare occasions. So it is good. My advice, always try to teach. Try not to be a teacher. You know what I mean?